Hello, welcome to Book of Erica. This is the place where you can come for all things bariatric surgery, pre-op, post-op, and life after complications. My name is Erica. I had gastric bypass surgery back in June of 2009. I'm not a medical professional, but I am a bariatric patient, so my goal here is to share what I've learned over the last almost 12 years so that you can go into your journey knowing a little bit more than I did going into mine. If you like that kind of information, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you know when I upload a new video. But let's just jump to it, shall we? Today we are talking about protein. Protein is number 2 on my list of pre-op steps that you can take for post-op success, and it is second only to multivitamins in ranking of importance. So very important topic that we're covering today. If you want to download the whole list of pre-op steps, I've got a link to that in the description box below. Go ahead and click that and I will immediately email that to you. So we're going to talk about what you need, what is available, and what I take. Most bariatric programs are going to recommend that you get 60 to 80 grams of protein every day. Not all of that is going to come from your supplement, but because we are limited, I don't care what surgery you had, you're still limited, that's the whole purpose, on how much you can take in. By process of elimination, you are thereby taking in less protein and your body needs it. You should absolutely get the bulk of your protein from food. So high protein, you want lean meats, that kind of thing. But you're gonna need a daily supplement to help you get there. And my surgeon's program recommended 15 to 30 grams of my protein come from a supplement. So do whatever your surgeon suggests. That's just what mine suggested, so that's what I tried to do. As you're looking at protein supplements, you want to make sure it's something that you're going to like the taste of, and that it's not going to make you sick, and that has a minimum of 15 grams of protein per serving. Okay, you also want it to be whey protein, because that is the easiest form of the protein for our digestive tract, specifically gastric bypass is the easiest one for us to absorb. So since that's the most restrictive surgery, I would assume it's the easiest for everybody to absorb. Now, I have spelled that for you on the screen. That way you have the appropriate spelling. Sorry, y'all, I have COVID hair going on, and it's just, whew. Now, your protein and your multivitamin are probably going to be your largest financial investments in this surgery, speaking long term, okay? Because this can get pricey really, really quickly. So make sure it's something that you're gonna take. So what is out there? There are so many more options now than there were a decade ago when it comes to your protein. Back when I first started, you had unflavored, which was probably the best option that you had available because you could add it to just about anything. You had shakes that were usually vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry. You could doctor those, by the way, but typically speaking, that's what was there. You could find eventually some fruity type drinks, but they were gritty and special. And eventually, over the course of the last decade, you could find the shots where, they're like super sweet and super in your face, and you just kind of have to take them like a shot of alcohol, because they're not going to taste real great, and you got to get it down real fast. You can get them as powders, you can get them pre-made. Like, there are so many options, and it's hard to know what is the right one for you without trying them. Now, reputable companies will give you some samples usually to try, but not all of them will. If you reach out to your dietitian, they're going to give you the minimum standards for the program, but they also, a lot of times, will have samples of protein powders that they can give you. My program gave me Unjury brand samples, and I tried them, and they're not bad. They're pretty good, actually, but it was a little pricey, so I didn't go there. Protein is going to be pricey. I don't care where you go. I don't care where you find it. Even if you're going to Walmart, it's going to be pricey. in the long haul. But now you can even find like protein oatmeals, protein potato chips, protein, you name it. It's cereals. It's everywhere. But what you want to make sure is that whatever protein you're getting is going to be bariatric friendly. Okay, so what do I recommend? Initially, all of it made me deathly ill, like very, very sick. So something to be aware of is that your body and the way it reacts to things is different preoperatively than it is postoperatively. Found out immediately when I woke up from surgery that I could no longer have sugar. Like, at all. I think my limit immediately postoperatively was like 9 to 10 grams of sugar before I'd start getting sick. That made my protein shakes impossible to drink because they were nasty with water. They already had more than 9 grams of sugar in them, and you had to make them with milk to get that creamy shake texture, and milk has more than 9 grams of sugar. Like, I was in a bad position. And then I got to researching online. I was like, I have to find something that I can take. And then I stumbled across what at the time was a website called bariatricchoice.com. They have since been bought out, and it is dietdirect.com. I will link that below, and I will link directly to the proteins that I have tried. Eventually, these may become affiliate links if I ever become an affiliate for them. I am not one right now, but if I become one, these may become affiliate links, and all that means is that if you click on the link, I might get a small commission if you make a purchase, but it's not going to cost you anything extra. So, just throwing that out there, just in case it would help support the channel. Anyway, if you are pre-op, what I recommend is that you try some of the cheaper stuff to get a sense for what type of flavor you want, because the flavors themselves don't change a lot from one to the other. Textures will, the grittiness will, but the flavors, I mean, vanilla is pretty vanilla, chocolate is pretty chocolate, strawberry is pretty strawberry. Now there's like cookies and cream and chocolate and peanut butter and all these things that we used to have to buy special syrups to mix up ourselves before. But, there are a lot more options now. I just would not invest in all of that preoperatively. I would keep it basic. Find something that you kind of like the flavor of. That way you know kind of where to navigate yourself if you wake up from surgery postoperatively and can't use what you had liked. Look for things that are sugar-free. Save yourself from the trauma of trying to force feed yourself protein every day that is going to make you violently ill. Okay, like vomiting, diarrhea, violently. You feel like your heart is about to explode, violently ill. Okay, so sugar-free is going to be your friend for the rest of your life. Now, 12 years out, I can tolerate some things, and I've learned that certain forms of sugar are worse than others. But sugar-free is still my best friend as far as keeping myself from being violently ill. Find who your favorite companies are. Try a couple of different things. See what you like, what you don't like, and keep some of that, a small, minute quantity of that on hand for immediately after you have the surgery. And when you come out of surgery, you try it. If it makes you ill the first time, you do not drink it again. Okay, but you need some stuff on hand so that you're not losing protein right after the surgery happens. And if you can get samples, collect some samples. That way you've got some. Hopefully it's enough to get you through until a shipment of something can come in. But the goal here is to have something to try. You want to build up your protein reserves before surgery. Not do it terribly, because I've heard that too much protein can be hard on your kidneys. But you want to build up a little bit of all of your vitamins before you have the surgery to get yourself on the best foot for afterward. Now, if you are post-op and you have not found a protein that works for you, you want to get on this because you can have some serious fatigue, serious hair loss. Your body won't recuperate if you have to have surgeries. Like, it's going to have a hard time healing itself if you don't have the protein reserves that you need. It is vital that you have good protein, okay? Whey protein, preferably. I use dietdirect.com. It is a lifesaver. They run sales, they have bundles. All these things can reduce the cost of the protein overall. And I'm going to show you exactly how easy this is. This is my routine every morning. I get up, I get a cup. You're going to laugh at me because it is a winter cup, but these things are huge. I've already had a cup of cocoa, so I apologize. I'm on cup number 2 and you're going to watch me make it. But I love the size of these cups. So this is what I go for. And I couldn't tell you how much this holds. I know that it can hold my 1.75 cups, 1 3/4 cups of water. So the protein that I buy comes in this type of box. It is the Berry Wise hot chocolate with marshmallows. And it will be this, or it will either be a white packet with the number on it, or it'll be this brown. They all have expiration dates on it. So that, let's say you go on vacation and you throw some of the pouches into your bag and you forget that they're there and then you find them later, you're going to instantly know whether or not it's still good because it's got a date at the bottom. So, I'm just going to rip this package open. I'm going to pour it in. And then 1 3/4 cups of water. I nuke it for 3 minutes in the microwave. This one actually has been sitting for a hot minute because I was talking to you guys. But better than Swiss Miss, y'all. It is not as sweet as hot chocolate that I got before having surgery, but it does have, I don't know if you can see in my cup or not, it does have marshmallows in it, which is a nice treat for a bariatric person. I don't have any trouble tolerating this at all. At all. I have never had a protein deficiency. And as a little bonus, I'm going to share with you what my surgeon told me when I told him back when I had the hospital stay in December of 2009, and my original surgeon told me that I was going to die, and the other one came in and saved my life. That surgeon, I was having trouble with staying nauseous during the day and throwing up all the time, which of course we have discovered since then some other things that contributed. But he told me that it is very important for bariatric patients, because the stomach is so small, for them to drink something warm in the morning, whether that be hot tea, hot coffee, apple cider, I don't care, hot chocolate, but you need to drink something warm, because overnight your postnasal drip that everybody has, some people is worse than others, but everybody has it, drains into your stomach while you're sleeping, okay? And then it builds up the sludge in the pouch. And that sludge, when you get up in the morning and you just start eating, it causes the food to not move through like it should and can make you nauseous and set you up to have a really bad start to your day. So what he told me was to make sure that I drank something warm. He suggested a cup of coffee in the mornings. And I was like, dude, I have hot chocolate every morning. And he was like, that is perfect. Your protein is perfection. Because the warmth will flush the sludge instead of just adding to it. Kind of like if you've ever seen how water responds, how grease responds to cold water versus hot water. Same thing. If you add cold water to it or a cold shake or whatever. It's just going to kind of mix with the sludge that's in there, kind of make you nauseous. Something warm will flush it right out, and you're ready to go for the day. So, a little bit of something to tell you. I absolutely love this product, and I love the marshmallows. Now, I actually have on hand cinnamon flavored. It is very good. The hot chocolate with marshmallows is what I use on a daily basis. And I also have mint. So if I'm starting to get sick, I break out the mint flavored one because it will help open up all of this and help with the stomach upset. So those are the 3 that I keep on hand, but they do have all kinds of flavors that you can try. I suggest that you go check that out if you don't already have something picked out, and it has been perfect for me. It's sugar-free. It's 15 grams of protein per serving. Like I said, though, when I make it, it tells you to mix it with 8 ounces of water, but I actually use 1 3/4 cups instead of 1 cup, just because I like it better that way. And it helps me get more liquid in during the day. So I will never swap to anything else. Anyway, high points of the protein topic are: make sure that you're getting 60 to 80 grams a day total between your food and your supplement. You want to make sure that you're using a whey protein. Make sure it's something that you can tolerate, and preferably something sugar-free. And make sure you have some on hand for right after surgery, because you do not want to do without it. Again, if you would like my list of pre-op steps that you can take for post-op success, hit the link in the description box below and I will send that to you. My question of the day is, have you picked out your protein yet? And do you have any questions about protein? So go ahead and drop that in the comment box below, and I will talk to you all next week.